This little bike is the greatest mechanical object I own. It could be my favourite material possession in the world. G'day viewers, you've probably heard of this Japanese lady called Marie Kondo who's really famous. She encourages her supporters to hold their material possessions in the palm of their hand and think to themselves, does this bring me joy? And if it doesn't, chuck it in the bin. So the mistress of minimalism, Miss Marie, is the perfect place to start for this video because of course she hails from Japan and so does this amazing Honda Supercub you see before you, the 50cc, the Tower of Power. And then we need to ask ourselves, as Miss Marie would want us to, is this just another material possession, or does it really bring me joy? Now, I'm sorry, Marie, but I'm not a complete minimalist. I do love some things, like my old cameras, or my amazing pickup truck, a unicorn in Australia, or my Casio calculator watch. But there's a few things that these material possessions have in common. See, I reckon there's a few key things that a material possession needs to bring you joy. And the first one is simplicity, which is something this Honda 50 has in spades. Also think about the value of the things that bring you joy. Like the things that I really love. Their value, well, they hold a lot to me, they're really valuable to me, but they don't hold any value to anyone else. In fact, they're things that have hardly any monetary value whatsoever. And I think that's super important. You see, the more something is worth, the more worry it causes. You worry about whether it's going to get scratched or stolen or damaged, or you're going to knock it over or it's going to break. I don't worry about any of these things with my possessions, especially not the Honda Supercub. In fact, I love fixing it. I wait for stuff to go wrong. But the thing is, it's a bloody Honda, so nothing ever goes wrong with it. The objects I love the most seem to always have a story too, and this little Honda Cub is no different. You see this Japanese writing on the keyring? Well, I don't speak Japanese, but I have translated it, and it matches perfectly this little sticker on the back fender of the bike. And it says Abe's Cycle Shop, and it comes from a place called Machida in Japan. You see, this particular motorcycle was sold in 2003 in Japan as a JDM product. That's right, Japanese domestic market only. You couldn't get it anywhere else. So really, it's just like a Skyline or a WRX or a other good thing from Japan. And I'm about to show you here. Once I take off this little tool cover, you'll be so excited to see this. On the frame, it starts with AA01, which proves to you folks that this is a JDM bike. You couldn't get it anywhere else. You can't get a 2003 50cc fuel-injected, 3-speed, step-through gearbox anywhere else. Aren't I just the luckiest? And here I have it, not in Japan, but on the desert streets of Dubai. And it's quite an interesting place to own a Honda Cub. You see, if you're interested, and of course you are, a 50cc motorcycle cannot be registered on the roads in Dubai. It's too slow, apparently, which I think is ridiculous. This is clearly a weapon, but anyway, they say it's too slow. So effectively, it's treated as a bicycle or an electric bike. You can ride it on private roads around your community. You can ride it on cycle tracks if you want to. You can ride it just about anywhere, just not on like dual carriageway fast roads. And let's be honest, in Dubai, why would you want to? Because there'll be some knob in a G-Wagon right up behind you, ready to kill you because he's late for his brunch. When I found this thing online, it was being sold in a warehouse with about 60 others, all lined up in a row, these Honda Cubs. It's not there anymore, I wonder what happened. But anyway, these Honda Cubs were exported from Japan after their life of work, and then they were sold off, usually to exporters, to send them to somewhere like India and Pakistan to begin their next sort of life of labour. And I said to the guy, listen, will you sell me one? He said, absolutely not, what are you talking about? And I said, come on mate, please. And anyway, in the end, he did sell me one for 1,500 dirhams, which isn't very much. It's about 600 quid, probably about 800 Aussie dollars, something like that. It was a bit of a steak, but to be honest, a bit of fresh oil, valves needed gapping, all that sort of stuff, and then she was good to go. And this is the best thing that I own. Peace.